From 1991 to 2002, the RUF Revolutionary United Front, led by Fode Sankan, invaded Sierre Leone, which left 50,000 people dead, and many were held captive to work in diamond mines, and my father was one of them.
My name is Alpha Bailo Diallo. I born in Sierre Leone, and I live in Sierre Leone in the village which my parents are farmers through until 1990. With good life, good village life. We was farming, fishing, playing until rebel entered Sierra Leone in 1990. Things start falling apart.
People were sleeping actually at the time. The village was so quiet, and then we heard shooting coming from everywhere.
It was early in the morning. One shooting was coming, entering the village in every angle. You don't know where to run to.
We hear people screaming and yelling, and one of the guys say, the rebel came, so we need to leave.
The first person I ran to was a rebel, and he told me not to move. I don't move. And capture me, then take me to corner district, while being held as workers digging diamonds for the rebel, where they're filling up the wall.
So they enslaved them. They were digging diamonds all day without eating or drinking sometimes. They beat them. If they suspected they stole diamonds, they were killed. And during those circumstances, my father got sick.
It was horrible. You see people die with hunger. You see people beaten to death for no reason, and there is no food. That you have to hustle for food, like in the cassava farms, like yams in the bushes. It's all you're going to live on. But you just have to do what they tell you to do. That is survival. And we live in that. I can hear about my wife, not my kids. I don't know whoever live or die. I was so worried.
During that period, we were in a refugee camp, in the eastern side by the border, Sierra Leone and Guinea. So, and we were also desperate, And by that time, we already forgot about him because we thought he was dead, and there's no hope in that situation when your only hope is if you're going to get a meal a day. You don't know what's going to happen every day, but it's horrible to live in a camp. You're not safe. You don't have food to eat. You don't have clean water. Living in a camp is like living in a jungle full of beasts. It's the survival of the fittest.
One misstep, you dead. And one accusation of stealing diamond, you dead. Those who try to escape in the forest, they will be killed.
He was traumatized by the killings and all the things he have seen during that 2 years.
You see women being mistreated, and you can help. It's a bad experience. You don't like to see it. Yes.
Every day in his life, they bring him out of the group where he was, the group he was staying with, take them to go kill him and change their mind, shoot the people that were next to him just to show him what it looked like. So he seen killing for 2 years straight.
And you cannot try to escape when the rebel was in full control. If you try to escape, if you capture, you just be killed. And we were avoiding that because we was deep on the forest. Even you escape, you just have to fall another rebel lines.
I think the way he escaped, he's the luckiest man on earth, because they took him with 2 to 3 of the guys he was with. They came to this point where they shoot people just for fun, or sometimes just take a machete and decapitate them to show the other detainees what they will face. So they took my father and some of the people. They came to their death row point, and they shoot 2 of the guys and told them to stand there. He was coming. Maybe he went to reload his gun or something. And by the time he came, my father ran away. He ran away in the jungle, no shoes on, for 1 week. He didn't have no water, no food, nothing. I mean, can you imagine that? Just how can you walk in the jungle with no shoes, no water, no food for 1 week? But still, running away is the safest thing to do than staying. He became sick. His feet were swollen because of all the dirt, and he was injured too while running because there was no shoes. He didn't have any shoes on, but he was running day and night. So things just got messed up in his feet, and because of all the dirt, the trees, the injuries, so he got infected, and his foot just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So by the time he reached town, he couldn't walk anymore. Sorry. He came to the, I think he crossed the border, and he got help, and then he went to the city. He got his feet checked and everything. He was desperate already because he thought we were dead, but his friend helped him, and the refugee people. So he got a doctor, and you know, that's when he got his health back.
I miss a lot of like life in the village as usual, family gatherings, meetings, you know, friends. I miss all that. Like most of families or friends die during the war. Most of the villages destroyed. If you return, you can see them. You know, I miss a lot. I miss a lot. But life is like that. It's challenging, so I'm okay.
The day my father came to the camp, my mom was sick, and I was the caretaker of my little brother. We were in the dark room with no lights on, so we were just sitting out there. But I pull up my little brother right outside the tent, and then I hugged him. He was just crying a little bit. I did not want to cry, because if I cried, it would be a disaster. So I kept it up, you know, and we were just sitting there just hungry, thirsty, and desperate, and he came from the back. But he wasn't so sure that we were sitting there. But, you know, I mean, when you're a father, you always recognize your kids, no matter what. So he came in, he was looking at the sideline, he was leaning like to see if that was really us. And then when he realized that, yes, this is my kids, he just came in and hugged us and he started crying. And then, you know, my mom just got up. It's like she never been sick before, you know. Even though she was weak and thin, but she did get up. And she walked outside, and here we are now, everybody alive. That was a good day. Yeah. That's the day my father came, and everything changed.
And I come to America in 2000. And when I come first, I work in restaurants. I work in the restaurants, so I was earning $150 a week. My first cab was Gypsy Cab in Brooklyn. I work with car service until I get in little bit by little and got contact with my families. My first thing I was thinking about to get my family together, to see my kid and to see my wife.
And then after all the long years, in 2007 we came in. I think that was the best day of my life. You know, we just hugged each other, and that's the smile I saw in my dad's face that day. I have never seen it before.
Because the city got opportunity. If you do good, you be good.
One thing you don't play with in my father's house is the school. No, if you want to stay in that house, you have to go to school.
Education is the tool for success, and I tell them to be very good and to be educated and to be honest. Say what you will do what you said.
Watching my father and my mother go to work every day, it's a pain in my heart. These two people are my heroes, you know. My mom and my father, they are the one who, they made me who I am today. You know, my life now, I can say I'm comfortable, you know, and I'm happy, you know. Happy because I have opportunities to follow. Happy because I'm with my family, you know. Happy because I'm going to school. Many of us did not have that chance. And I think hope is the strongest weapon you can have. Anywhere I go, I always have hope, you know, and that cannot change.
Really, that the cab driving, I say, helped me. It has make me get my family here, buying their air ticket, and I have apartment. We're not only money millions in the banks, but we got in city living, paying rent, get food on the table. That's what I'm working for. I work to feed my kid and my wife. That's my story. Yeah.